What's up, guys? To anyone new watching, welcome to an episode of Flying Brian's Garage, and anyone existing watching, welcome back to another episode. So, I'll just start off with saying the past two videos I've made have shot up in views. I'm not used to that many views. Kind of surprised. Gotta say thank you. I'm glad there's, so many people out there that actually like to view this kind of stuff, and just a basic country boy out here trying to fix stuff with minimal things and what he's got. I really appreciate the views. It's nice to know that I'm not out here completely wasting my time with the camera and editing and stuff, because I know that my edits don't take as long as most people's, because they really edit into their videos. I don't. Mine usually take me about a couple hours to edit and upload onto YouTube, but still, I'm not wasting my time, and that's all that matters to me. So I don't really ever plan on getting big like everybody and making millions of dollars and whatever, however much you make on stuff, but I'd at least like to get big enough to maybe have the YouTube channel kind of fund itself, to where I could use the money from the YouTube to actually buy more projects. Y'all be able to see more stuff. I could actually do some more in-detail projects. And maybe get the channel a little more exciting. I'd like to at some point maybe get a team together and start doing some demo derbies. My buddy Randy that you saw on one of the last videos, he is really interested in that. And I also want to start finding some drag races to maybe start doing with the dragster once I get it ready. But enough with that. I just wanted to say thank you for all the views, and thank you for being part of this. Hoping it could grow just a little bit, and that'd be great. But with that being said, today's project, 95 Chevy Lumina. I rebuilt the engine not too long ago when it blew head gaskets. It still has an intermittent misfire when I put the engine under load, and it only does it when it's under load. So today I'm going to try to pull that up here, a little bit of shade, and I'm going to try to diagnose, because here's the problem: there's no check engine light. It's an OBD1 system, so you got to jump the ports. There's no check engine light, it's not going to give you a code. So therefore, I don't know what's wrong with the car. Got to figure it out. It's either getting too much air, too much fuel, and I'm thinking it's either one of those two. But it could also be a starvation of fuel. So I'm going to try to see if I can figure it out today. I sure would like to, because the car is tagged, insured, it's got gas in it. I'd like to start driving it again. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get the van up here with the tools, get all that stuff ready, get the Lumina up here, and then we're going to start trying to diagnose and repair the problem on my 95 Chevy Lumina. Alright, here we have my 95 Chevy Lumina, two-owner car. I'm the second owner. Clean little engine bay. Was taken very well care of, owned by a 91-year-old pastor's wife. The wheels are not stock. There's interior parts that aren't stock. But it's a pretty clean car. It's got the headliner and course, the roof rack's not stock. Interior's very good shape, except for that stain on the seat there. But I can get that out. What we're about to do is I've got to get the van over here and jump this guy off. So I'm actually going to put y'all down for now. And I'm going to go ahead and get this car jumped off. Alright, so we're going to let this thing charge for a second. I got the van hooked up to it. Get this thing started. We're going to get it up to the carport. Get the fan up to the carport so I'll have my tools right by me. And we can go ahead and get started on this project. Which I'm pretty happy about. Got us a runner. Lumina is alive and well. Okay. Radio's working. And yes, it's a cheap Chinese radio. It was $100, but you know what? Works pretty damn good. Drop it down at first. Got everything up here and ready. Car is up. Van is up here. Everything's up here. I'm going to show y'all a couple quick tips before we get started. If you have a smaller jack, I know most shops have big 2-3 ton floor jacks. But if you have a smaller jack like mine, and you want a longer handle for it, yeah, that's off of a weed eater. Works pretty damn good, so you know, leverage helps. Another thing, I haven't done it yet just for video purposes, but everybody has a problem with that, right? Everybody has a problem with their jack stands not staying in place. Well, you're supposed to bend that tab right there. Bend this tab after inserting ratchet bar. So, what you do, we're going to do both. You take punch a good flat handled screwdriver that you don't mind beating on. Okay, so tip's gone on that anyway, so I don't give a shit about that screwdriver. Alright. So, what you do, get that damn thing right there. See, it stops in there. So bend both your tabs down. And they stay in place. So let's get to getting this done. I've got to get up in here and get to the fuel hoses. Okay, so real quick, I got to thinking, this big ass muffler's stock. I mean, you can see the GM part number on it. See how huge it is. I bet you money it's restricting my flow. I mean, it's got a resonator on it, and it's got the cat converter still on it. I really think I'm probably going to take this off, cut it at an angle so it ends up being a turn down. Well, I decided to fire it up with the muffler off. Did a little turn down. Number one, this thing is fucking huge. Excuse my French, but damn. I mean, it's massive. There's no reason you need this big of a muffler on a car unless you're trying to restrict horsepower. But she sounds kind of throaty now. Alright, so here we are with the car. It's nighttime. Figuring out that I do believe my catalytic converter was clogged, and I just got it gutted. Just got it welded back together. And I'll fire it up and see how it sounds. I'm going to put it all back here. I know it's a little dark, but this is back in the car. About to suit back up and get back to welding, but car is loud. Sounds good. We'll hear it tomorrow more because it's a little late tonight, but welding isn't too loud. So there's our tip. I'm about to weld that up. And then we're done with the exhaust. So, alright, there's the tip welded up. And it's pointing out kind of at this angle here. So I'm pretty happy with that. So what we'll do is we'll come out here tomorrow, test drive it, see how it does, and then if it has any more problems, we'll address those. But I'm gonna get in here and get some sleep. Alright, it is the next day. Just getting out here to the car. Here's our tip from last night. Man, it's getting, hold on. I just came outside, so it's a little foggy. There we go. There's the tip from last night. A lot was done to this. We're still having a misfire problem. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the camshaft sensor again with another one that I have, and maybe check coil packs. It's got 2 per cylinder, or 1 coil pack per 2 cylinders. I think this thing requires a spark test. See how well it's firing. See if I can pinpoint where it's misfiring. So I'm going to go ahead and hook this up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up to the coil pack first and see if it's shooting spark from the pack. And then once I check that, I'm going to check the other end of the hose and see if it's actually getting it through the wire. So, start with this furthest one first. Alright, so I'm going to fire the car up and see what she's going to do. That one looks like it's firing fine. On to the next one. Alright, so I'm just going to repeat this process throughout coil packs, throughout the wires. Well, digging around in here just helped me find my leak. It is right here. It's on this hose. It's a vacuum. It's right there. I was playing around, finished checking all the spark, and heard it hissing. So that is it. I'm going to try to find a fitting to put on that and get it sealed back tight, and then hopefully our misfiring problem will just disappear. Alright, I'm back from the parts store. I did not get what I needed because they didn't have it. So I've got to find a way to make my own seal and make my own PCV tube. So what I might be doing is doing a hose. So I think that is what I'm going to end up doing, is doing a hose, probably cutting some of this off and just doing a hose so it don't have too much of a bend in it. And then make a seal here. So we've got some elbows on here. This is a new elbow here. This is a new elbow. But if you notice, yep, that says distributor coil. So couldn't find any PCV valves at the parts store. No elbow hoses or any of that. I mean, they had the valves, but they didn't have the elbow hoses. So I was actually going to cut it back here and just run a hose. But I went out there looking around and see, nah, that's my sunglasses. This is the old elbow. That's the new one. So I was looking at sizes on the spark plug boots, and they're the same. So I was like, well, shit. I did zip tie it just to create a better seal, because actually both boots on this car, this one's bad, right? See the inside? That's where it's bad. Right in there. The other one was cracked down the side of it, and when I went to actually go start the van to go to the parts store, it was running like shit, just like this one. So I ended up having to tape around it just to get up there, and I just repaired it. But yep, spark plug boots, guys. If you can't find a PCV elbow, having a hard time, yours is dry rotted and you don't want to spend the money, or you can't get to the parts store because your car's running like shit, hopefully you save some spark plug boots. Or what you could always do is, if you were in a jam on the side of the road and that's all you had, you could take one of your spark plug boots off from up here and get something to kind of, you know, go around this here. Switch it out for your PCV elbow, run to a parts store, get you another wire, get you an elbow to install onto your wire. But I mean, it works. It'll get you out of a jam. So just figured I'd give y'all that tip. I'm gonna keep on plugging at this thing. I gotta find some, make up some more seals. So I'm gonna get to it. I went through and replaced all of my rubber fittings. Zip tied everything together real nice and tight. Put some hose clamps on my hose for the brake booster here. Everything's zip tied, that way it gets a better seal. Just to be sure. All of those have been replaced down through there. And then we'll come through here and see all of the everything buttoned up, nice and tight. So all I got to do is slap a battery in here and we can check her out. Battery in, everything's buttoned up, nice and tight, looks good. Did the same on the van because it started running like shit earlier. This is the support for over here, but I know that's fuel filters, but they work just as good as connectors for hoses, and I'm doing with what I have. But I zip tied everything together so it would make a nice tight connection on all the boots, and it runs well. Actually, I figured out that was my reason it was having such a hard starting and have to kick the key over like 3 or 4 times to get it to start. Actually, that fixed my problem. So let's fire this thing up, see if it does any better. It sure sounds better. Go ahead and try to fix the AC in this thing. And AC again. This is the only model I have, but I got some. Rolling cold there. Take them for a quick ride. Oh yeah, baby. Nice and cold. I'm gonna turn that off. Sounds good. Might have been it. Can only hope and pray. Drive it around and see what it does. That seems to be the problem with the car. Just about to turn on the highway and put the foot down. Yeah, baby, that's it. My car is running again. Now I'm happy. Sounds good, runs good. she's running really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her back to the shop. We're gonna call this the end of the video for the Lumina. We took it on a ride. Ride's great. As of now, I'm about to start another video on the town car. So, I think I did pretty good on this one. It's looking and running really good. Here we go with the engine bay. Haven't got it cleaned yet, but I might make another video on that. But for now, she runs really good. So, pretty happy with that. I can call this good, and glad to have her back on the road. After almost a year, this thing is back in function. It is completely legal and ready to drive. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go down and give it a like for me. Comment down below if you have any questions or just want to say something in general. Check out the Facebook, Instagram, and the Snapchat. And, you know, subscribe if you haven't done so yet. A lot more content to come. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing this job. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass because I had to work on the van too, but you know what? It is what it is. That's part of the mechanic life, and part of working on older shit, and part of the videos. So, with that being said, I will see you guys on the next episode.